Welcome back to another episode of Lone Star College Football. Today is the day that the Baylor schedule is finally released, along with the rest of the Big 12. We'll kind of glance over the rest of the Big 12 schedules as well. But today we are looking at Baylor's schedule. So we have a Baylor record of 8 home games this season, and we start off with 4 of them back to back to back to back. But we got Texas State coming into town. Then we have Pac-12 Utah. Then we have Long Island. Then we have Texas, and then we go on the road over to Orlando to play against the UCF Knights. And then we have the Texas Tech coming to McLean. Then we go back on the road to Cincinnati, Ohio to face the Bearcats. And then we have back-to-back home games with Iowa State and Houston. Then we have Kansas State on the road in Manhattan. Then we have TCU in Fort Worth. And then we have West Virginia coming to McLean to finish off the regular season. Now, I want to go ahead and give like a little prediction, kind of just go through game by game. I think Texas State is going to be another win. Utah could be difficult. Their defense is amazing. Our defense has question marks. Now, they might or might not have Cam Rising next year. I still don't know about that. But personally, I'm going to go ahead and mark that one down as an L. But it could be a win. Could be a win, especially since it's at McLean. And we'll have a lot of momentum coming off of Texas State. So September 16th, we have Long Island, which I don't think we've ever played them before, but I don't think we'll have a problem with them, so that should be another win. And then we have Texas, and man, I'm so happy we played Texas this year. Maybe me and Christian can make it out to a game, and maybe some of y'all can make it out to the game with us if y'all subscribe. And you'll be able to read the ticker here at the bottom of the screen right now to be able to see what I'm talking about. And I'll also give some more information on that at the end of the video. But Texas is returning 10 of their 11 offensive starters. Defense is returning a lot. They've lost some key pieces, but they also have Jalen Ford coming back, which is huge for Texas. So at the moment right now, with the question marks I have on defense, and I think most Baylor fans do, I'm going to mark that one up as an L right now. Then we go on the road to UCF. They didn't look great last year. They weren't bad. Didn't look great. But I don't think we're going to have problems with them. That should be another win. Texas Tech at home. We demolished them last year. And they lost what was that quarterback's name? He's at Houston now. Forgot his name. But we demolished them last year in Lubbock at a blackout game. So I don't think we'll have a problem with them. Go back on the road to Cincinnati. That one should be the same way as UCF. They were a good team last year, not great, but they were still pretty good. I think we win that one too. And then the back-to-back games at McLean is Iowa State and Houston. Iowa State's losing Xavier Hutchinson and Donald the fourth. Their linebacker, I forgot his first name. It might be Will. I don't think we're gonna have to put up too much of a fight with them. I mean, they did play us good last year in Ames, but Ames is can be a tricky place and a weird place to play. But I think that was another win. Houston, I think they have crazy good athletes. They had an off year last year compared to the year before, but again, with it being in McLean, I feel confident about that one. But Houston could be one of those sleeper teams this year in the new Big 12. Then we go on the road to Manhattan at Kansas State. Now, Will Howard's still there. They still have a couple of their receivers. They don't have Deuce Vaughn, so that helps us out a lot, right? So this one could go either way. Their defense is always good. Their offense is usually sustainable. See, I want to say that one's a win, but it could go either way. If I don't want to be too optimistic, I put it as a loss. If I don't want to be too pessimistic, I put it as a win. So it's honestly either way. Right now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to put it as a win. Now at TCU, this one's interesting here. So we lost the last two in dramatic fashion. Both we should have won both of those games, and I don't want to get too far into it, but we should have won both of those games, and I'm pretty sure Dave Aranda is a little peed that we've lost to them the way that we have the past 2 years. So I think we go into Fort Worth and play them pretty well out. They're losing a whole lot now. They're bringing in a whole lot of talent, but it's going to be first year guys. Max Duggan isn't there. Chandler Morris is still pretty good because obviously he won the starting job over the Heisman finalist. But I'll, it's a great. How do I want to do this? Okay, either Kansas State or TCU is probably going to be a loss because those are two back-to-back decent games. And then we have West Virginia finishing off the season. I'm thinking we're going to beat West Virginia. Now, last year again was a game that we should have won, but Blake Shapen got hit real hard and had to come out for a while, and he just wasn't the same after that. So I'm thinking, let's just count these up. I said 1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. Man. 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, maybe 7-3. 9-2, could be 7-4. Yeah, could be 7-4. Could be 6-5. Really, I don't know. It's hard because I don't know how our defense is going to be. So I'm giving us. It's a real big window here. I mean, I'm giving us 7-5. Like we have to win at least 7 games if we have 8 home games, right? That's what I'm thinking. I see us losing our first. I mean, Utah and Texas. We'll start off 2-2, which is probably going to suck. If I had to lock it up right now, I would say 7-5 is the minimum. And then I can see us going 10-2 at the same time. I mean, I would say, okay, so ceiling 11-1, like absolute ceiling. Best season that I could see us having is 11-1. Worst season I have us having right now is 7-5. But I'm thinking more realistically would probably be 8-4, 9-3, hopefully 9-3. I hate that we're not playing Oklahoma too, because my buddy Jason over here is talking crap. Talking crap because I told him that he should be lucky that he's not having to play Dave Aranda again. But let me get this other page all set up so we can look at the rest of the Big 12 schedule. Just glance at it. Not going to go too far into it. But how do y'all feel about all of it? I mean, where did all my stuff go? We're missing out on BYU, which is really, really weird. That's kind of one of those teams I wanted to play against again, especially since it's like a rivalry, but it's kind of like a newfound one, so it's kind of weird. But as far as I've seen, like their fan base is great. I love playing against them the past couple of years. Christian and Jason are going at it, I guess. But here is the schedule for everybody, right? So one that I'm really interested in, obviously, is going to be Texas. You know, they got their 3 non-con games being Rice, Bama, Wyoming. Bama, they're going home and home on that one. Then they start off Baylor, first game, us, you know, as I talked about, first game out of the non-con. We played them last year. They said, we'll just flip it, rotate it around a little bit. They got Kansas, Oklahoma, of course. Then the bye week, We have a lot of teams. We got 4 teams on a bye week that week with Baylor, UCF, Oklahoma, and Texas. Goodness. They got Houston and BYU. Now, all Longhorn fans are like, oh, they're going to screw us. They're going to screw us. But they didn't get screwed. I mean, how many home games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going 6 home, 6 away. Yeah. Didn't get screwed. Oklahoma's non-con is a breeze, dude. Arkansas State, SMU, and on the road to Tulsa. Tulsa is their hardest game that they have. Maybe SMU, actually. But really, what is this cupcake non-con schedule, bro? Nothing. I mean, they got Cincinnati, Iowa State, Texas. They should start off 5-0 and then get smacked in the mouth by Texas for sure. And they're going to be talking all kinds of crap because Texas is probably going to be. They could potentially be 3-2, but they're probably going to be 4-1 with the loss to Bama, and OU's going to have their all kinds of trash talk ready for it. But I don't know. How are y'all feeling? I mean, I think let's look at just TCU. They have Colorado at home, which could easily be a loss depending on how Dion plays out this first season. Then they got Nichols. Then they go on the road to Houston and have SMU and West Virginia back-to-back at home. Home for BYU. They got lucky on that one. And then back-to-back homes against Texas and Baylor, finishing off the game, the season at Oklahoma. Not terrible, not great. Eastern Kentucky for Cincinnati. Now, West Virginia, I think, might have the hardest non-con out here. I mean, they got Penn State to start off, then they got Dartmouth or whatever that school is. Then they got Pitt for the backyard brawl. Tech has Oregon, pretty good non-con game. OSU has Arizona State, which is not a very good football team. Kansas State has a breeze. Kansas has Nevada. Illinois, not bad. Nevada's kind of eh. Iowa versus Iowa State, as usual. Houston has a baby non-con. Cincinnati has Pitt and Maryland, so that one's kind of tough. UCF has Boise and who is that? Vandy. No, not Vandy. No, it's not Vandy. I can't think right now. And BYU has Arkansas again. So, I mean, there's a lot of tough schedules as far as non-con, but some teams definitely got let off the hook, like Oklahoma not having to face Baylor and get beat 3 years in a row. Kansas State's non-con's a baby. I mean, it's whatever. Texas, they should be glad that they have BYU at home. Whoever has BYU at home, y'all are lucky. Texas Tech, you're going to get mollywopped in Provo. I think BYU is going to be better than what people think. But anyways, thanks guys for coming to watch this video. Again, this is Baylor's schedule finally being dropped along with the rest of the Big 12. Before I let y'all go, I just want to talk about our giveaways that are shortly coming up. We are doing a $50 giveaway at 500 subscribers. Last I checked, we are at 450. So if you want to get entered into that, make sure that you subscribe and drop a comment. And follow us on Twitter if you have Twitter. That way it'd be easier for us to reach out to you. And once we get to 1,000 subs, or if we get to 1,000 subs by September 1st, I'm sorry, that's wrong. But if we get there, we're going to be giving away tickets. If you're a Baylor or a Texas fan, me and Christian are trying to go to that Texas-Baylor game. Hopefully we can get y'all to come along with us. If you're not a Texas or a Baylor fan and you're just a fan of the Big 12, just let us know and we can get you games to whatever team you want to see. Now, it's probably not going to be the best tickets because we're a small channel and we're still trying to grow. But anyways, if you're interested in those giveaways, make sure to subscribe, comment, follow us on Twitter. And we also have a Facebook page if you're interested in that. But until next time, sickle.